BRAINY presents 7 types of people who will ruin your life. Some people who come into your life feel like a breath of fresh air. Others, more like a wrecking ball. Now, they don't always walk around waving red flags. In fact, a lot of the time, they seem kind, interesting, maybe even fun at first. But stick around long enough, and suddenly your life feels way more stressful than it used to. And you find yourself wondering what the hell happened. This isn't to say you should blame others, but the company you keep does affect your reality. And certain types of people can slowly unravel you, whether you realize it or not. Some are loud, some are sneaky. But one thing is for sure, they can and will ruin your life if you keep them too close for too long. Let's kick it off with the ones that'll have you constantly putting out fires. Number 1, the drama magnets. There's always something going on with this type. They're in a fight with someone. They're crying about a betrayal. They can't believe what just happened. Whatever it is, you get pulled into the mess every single time. Sure, you care and want to help, but people like this aren't interested in solutions. They want the chaos. Even when things are going fine, they'll find a way to stir something up. Unfortunately, being close to a drama magnet means constantly living in a state of emotional survival. You don't get clarity or rest. And if you're not careful, you'll mistake their never-ending crisis for connection. Number 2, the know-it-alls. Oof, these folks are exhausting. And what makes them dangerous is their need to be the smartest person in every room. Having a conversation with a know-it-all essentially feels like walking through a minefield of correction. You bring up an idea, they one-up it. You share an opinion, they educate you on why you're wrong. Frankly, it's more like a performance than a discussion. And that's because they don't actually listen. Their ego is so loud, there's no room for your thoughts or perspective. The only acceptable role for you is quiet agreement. Stay around them long enough, and you'll start to lose touch with your own voice. Number 3, the underminers. These are folks who may claim to support you, but what they actually do is make you shrink and question yourself. They may not flat out say you can't do something, but they will plant doubt like a seed and let it grow. They'll smile while telling you your dreams are a bit of a stretch. Or they hit you with a, wow, you're brave for wearing that, just as you're about to leave for your date. It's these little comments that don't sound like attacks, but they never land quite right. And that's the power of the underminer. They don't knock you over, they just lower your self-esteem, one nudge at a time. Number 4, the chronic cheaters. People like this cut corners in all areas of life. They're smooth talkers and often make bending the rules look harmless, even clever. But that's just it. Everything's a shortcut with them. They fudge numbers, lie for convenience, or leave out key details when it benefits them. They might seem to be getting away with things, but their ways will eventually catch up with them. And if you're close by, you'll get hit with the fallout. Even if their betrayals aren't personal, they feel that way. You can't trust their word because it's always being bent. You can't relax around them because there's always a secret. And even if they claim to love you, they'll still cross lines behind your back and call it just a mistake. Being close to someone like this is like sitting in a car with no brakes. You will crash. The only question is when. Number 5, the entitled opportunists. These individuals act as if the world owes them something. And if you're in their life, you owe them too. They expect your time, your favors, your energy. And when you give, it's never enough. Try setting a boundary, you're instantly the bad guy. They don't respect effort. They expect it. And the moment you stop pouring into them, they either lash out or disappear. You'll never get the same energy in return. That's just how opportunists work. They're not in it for connection. They're simply in it for what you can offer. And when you've got nothing left to give, they move on like you were never there. Number 6, the unchecked addicts. We need to tread carefully here because addiction is a very real struggle. And people can recover, absolutely. But if someone's deep in it, refusing help and pulling you into the chaos with them, that's dangerous. You never know which version of them you're gonna get. Sometimes they're loving, sometimes they're cruel, sometimes they vanish altogether. Your relationship turns into a cycle of false hope and broken promises. And every time you think things are getting better, they spiral again. It's easy to slip into rescue mode, especially if you care about the person. However, you must accept that you cannot save someone who doesn't want to be saved. You'll lose yourself trying. Number 7, the secret haters. These are the ones who smile when you're struggling, but go quiet the moment you start to rise. They won't openly attack you because that would reveal too much. Instead, they keep it subtle and strategic. They'll water down your achievements, question your decisions, and cloak their envy in concern. Eventually, you'll start to feel guilty for doing well, like your growth is somehow making them uncomfortable. And that's how they get in your head, not by being cruel, but by being just supportive enough to stay close, while quietly hoping you never outgrow them. The danger is not in what they say, it's in what they withhold. And if you're not careful, you'll end up editing your entire life just to stay palatable to someone who was never cheering for you to begin with. Again, most of these people aren't wearing warning labels. They don't announce their patterns or show up saying, "Hey, I'm here to ruin your life." They just slowly start making everything more and more stressful and complicated, until you wake up one day wondering when you stop feeling like yourself. So pay attention, protect your peace, and don't be afraid to walk away when something feels off. If this hit close to home, be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. And if you've had experiences with people like these, share your story below. You never know who might need to hear it. Thanks for watching.